This is a top story. Income Tax Department has reportedly found papers that point to 90 crore rupees being allocated to various ministers of the Dinakaran camp. The seized papers allegedly also have references to payouts related to the by-election. TTV Dinakaran has refuted all allegations, saying that the documents are fabricated. The Income Tax Department also has seized cash worth about 5.5 crore after raiding premises of Tamil Nadu Health Minister and other income tax sleuths left Vijay Bhaskar's residence at about 5 a.m. this morning. The money has been recovered from the associate of the Tamil Nadu Health Minister. The IT sleuths also raiding around 50 locations across the state, but the Sasikala camp has hit out, saying it's a conspiracy ahead of the polls. Even as this happens, Opanneerselvam camp has released a video of a citizen claiming that she was also paid for her vote.
யார் ஓட்டு போட சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க? யார் வந்து கொடுத்தா? குட்டியா? சரி, எண்ணியார் வந்து கொடுத்தாங்க. எண்ணியார் வந்து கொடுத்தாங்க. எண்ணியார் வந்து கொடுத்தாங்க. எத்தனை மணிக்கு? காலையிலே நைட்டா? எத்தனை மணிக்கு? காலைல 11 மணிக்கு கொடுத்தாரா? சரி சரி சரி. வாங்கிட்டு எதுக்கு ஓட்டு போடுவீங்க? எதுக்கு ஓட்டு போடுவீங்க? வாயில சொல்லுங்க. எதுக்கு வெட்டல? இப்ப வழக்கு ராஜா. வழக்குல விளக்கு மதுனுக்கு போடணும். சரி சரி சரி. நீ எம்ஜிஆர் ஆளு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும், தலைவர் ஆளுன்னு தெரியும். அப்படியா?
Well, there have been other instances as well in the run-up to the RK Nagar by-polls, which have shown that how politics is stooping to a fresh low in Tamil Nadu in Jayalalitha's home constituency. Let's get you the entire wrap-up of how there have been moments where it all started with a series of coordinated raids at 4 a.m. yesterday when the cops reached the house of TTV Dinakaran's loyalists. They were in for a route shock as well in order to stall the raids. Lady supporters stripping before them. The IT department officials had to take help of lady police to ensure that they are allowed to carry out the raid. There have been political clashes also at RK Nagar, which is the most coveted seat at the moment. The two factions of AIA-DMK went for each other, leaving several cadre from both sides bloodied. Interestingly, when IT raids were on at Vijay Bhaskar's house, senior leaders and partymen gathered outside the house, clashing with the CRPF, claiming that the raids were being carried at the behest of the BJP and the RSS, trying to intimidate the security forces as well, with the sloganeering and clashes there. Also, E. Madhusudanan, who is the Opanneerselvam's candidate for RK Nagar by-poll, his vehicle was targeted and damaged by the opposite faction during a clash. Also, the visuals of the vehicles that has gone round show that how stones were pelted at this car. This is what remains of it. And it all also began with Opanneerselvam camp, which paraded the replica of Jayalalitha's coffin in RK Nagar streets, just trying to evoke voter sympathy. Well, it's just 4 days to go for the prestige battle in RK Nagar constituency, a battle that will decide who is Jayalalitha's political heir. The constituency that fell vacant after Jaya's demise will be seeing a very pitched fight. And joining me today evening are KL's KC Palnisamy, who is from the Opanneerselvam camp, and also Mr. Rajasekharan, who is an advocate and who's speaking on behalf as an AIA-DMK leader as well. Now, let's first start what's happening, gentlemen, in Chennai. It's cash, it's coffin, It's clashes. That's how the voters are viewing this RK Nagar by-poll contest. Mr. Rajasekharan, the first question is to you on the income tax rates, and to which the allegations have come out. Documents which have talked about money trail of 90 crore rupees that's been unearthed from the Tamil Nadu Health Minister and his associates, going on to also allege it is for bribing the voters in RK Nagar by-polls.
See, Devina, I am not the member of ADMK, neither I support any faction. But I was an ardent supporter of late Dr. J. Jayalalitha. But this income tax raid is a welcome move. Whoever has committed any offence, whatever the income tax department have raided and reported, I stand by it, I support it. But the fact of the matter is, everybody is giving cash for votes, every party. Because if you go back, the flashback of the whole scenario in Tanjavur and Aravankuruchi and Thirumangalam, 3 constituencies were countermanded by Election Commission for the same reason. Because ADMK, DMK, both the parties bribed the voters.
So are you saying now Election Commission should step in after these allegations have come to light? Perhaps now RK Nagar by-poll, which has already seen the lowest point in Tamil Nadu political history, should be scrapped for the moment.
See, I totally agree with your point, because it is very unfortunate and sad to witness these kind of incidents happening in the state of Tamil Nadu, because we have seen K. Kamaraj, Kakkan, stalwarts of Tamil Nadu politics and Indian politics, and of course we had Annadurai, even Mr. MGR for that instance. Everybody were really doing service to the people of state. But today there is a scenario where the candidates of all the parties, I wouldn't single out to one party. The income tax department should have raided everybody, because I have from authentic sources, I have understood that even DMK have bribed the voters by giving them 2,000 rupees. That has to be investigated by proper
so are you saying that Sasikala camp is being singled out and targeted by the income tax department? Paneerselvam camp not touched at all. DMK also not questioned.
Devina, I am not casting aspersions on income tax department. That is not fair on my part. Let me be honest. If any raid has to be conducted, they have got their own method and procedures. Okay. I don't know on what grounds and what information they have raided Vijay Bhaskar and others. But the same thing happening in the ground. Even many media channels have reported, many journalists have reported that both the factions and everybody is giving cash for the voters. And
no, but this is a charge I need to take to Mr. Pannisamy. Mr. Pannisamy, a serious charge coming your way. Even the Paneerselvam camp indulging in a bribe for vote. That's the charge that is coming your way. Your response?
No, we never ever have done anything like that. It is Mr. Dinakaran. He has distributed 4,000 rupees in the RK Nagar constituency to 85% of the voters. That happened last Monday. On last Wednesday, Mr. Stalin has distributed about 2,000 rupees to most of the voters. And these two aspects we have to examine not only from the election perspective, because the powers of the election commission is very limited. At best they can only defer the election. But after the demonetization, after Ms. Sasikala has been convicted, these things had happened. When someone goes to the bank and draw beyond 50,000 rupees, they have to record, the bank manager can able to track their records. And if bulk cases are withdrawn, the bank officers have to report to the revenue intelligence.
But Mr. Pannisamy, that's fair enough. The processes are known. Yeah. The processes are known. But the fact is that what is your party going to do about it now? You're representing the Paneerselvam faction.
No,
we have the proof on record. Should now the Tamil Nadu Health Minister first be sacked? And second point is, should RK Nagar by-polls be now either deferred or scrapped till the truth comes out, because these are serious allegations of bribing the voters?
Yeah, I think not only Mr. Vijay Bhaskar, in the document released by the investigation agencies has named about 7 ministers, including the chief minister. So all of them, all the 7 has to be removed, and there should be a proper investigation against them by CBI, Enforcement Directorate and other agencies.
Okay, Mr. Rajasekharan wants to respond to that. Mr. Rajasekharan, your turn, you want to respond to that, yes.
See, whatever document he is quoting is not sufficient enough to take action against the concern, because anybody can type in a paper and distribute it in a letter. Making a letter pad is a matter of few minutes through a desktop computer. So all this cannot be taken as an evidence.
No, but sir, this is the fact.
Documents
which are alleging 89 crore rupees being paid and being routed to pay to the voters. Are you saying that these documents should not be taken into cognizance? We're talking about a serious credibility also for the EPS government here. Shouldn't now the Tamil Nadu Health Minister resign? Wouldn't it been the first act that the former Chief Minister Jayalalitha would have done? Any aspersion on any minister, the first thing she would have done is to show him the door.
Yes, agreed. See, please don't bring Dr. Jayalalitha's stature to all these clumsy incidents and unfortunate and disgraceful, distasteful incidents. It is a real, most sad things happening in the state of Tamil Nadu after a demise. One faction, OPS faction, is creating an effigy, a coffin of a replica of Jayalalitha's dead body and goes on the streets to campaign. Another faction is giving bribe. That is what the allegations are made. But the fact of the matter is, you need hard evidence to prove and corroborate and say that this person has given money to this person. So there is some paper evidence has been, got caught with the Income Tax Department, as we understand in the media reports. But that is not sufficient enough.
So evidence not sufficient. Evidence not sufficient is what Mr. Rajasekharan has said. Mr. Palaniswamy, do you believe that tactic is just to brush the entire controversy under the carpet, just to brush the entire allegation under the carpet and buy some time and let the RK Nagar by-polls go by? Then there will be any decision, we hope, from the EPS government.
Mr. Rajshekhar, being a leading criminal lawyer, he wants the evidence, and the government of India has enough manpower and officers to deploy in the RK Nagar constituency, and there are more than 10,000 people, the youngsters, willing to give the evidences about the proof of distribution of cashes. So that would be an evidence that the department can record it and immediately arrest Vijay Bhaskar, TTV Dinagaran and all other ministers, whoever has done it, including Mr. Stalin.
And doesn't that duty fall under the state government? The state police under the state government, and any action about conducting free and fair election, that duty is also under the state government. Isn't the state government shying away from its own duty as well? No, that is with the election commission.
I think that is with the election commission. The chief election commissioner of India has to report to CBI and Enforcement Directorate to investigate into these issues. And they should deploy the manpower into the RK Nagar constituency to take the witness statements as demanded by Mr. Rajshekhar, the leading criminal lawyer.
Yes, yes, Mr. Rajshekhar.
I really appreciate Palaniswamy for having confidence on my legal efficiency and my work. But the fact of the matter is, there is an election being done by the election commission. The election commission has changed all the officers. They have appointed a police commissioner. They have removed all the police rank and file and appointed some other officers from the city police. So all this in the domain of election commission. See, this is not the job of the state police to investigate some allegations or with flimsy grounds. You need hard evidence and proof. You have to arrest people distributing money red-handed. I was told. I don't have evidence for that also. I was told.
But Mr. Rajasekharan, the media is able to access the videos. Income Tax Department is able to seize the documents as well, alleging 90 crore of bribe money being routed. Now, what more evidence is the EPS government waiting for?
No. See, the EPS government has no powers to investigate a matter.
But they have the power to take action against the Tamil Nadu Health Minister, whose name is cropping up, and the other MLAs also, because it's about the credibility and the people mandate that you so strongly are looking for in RK Nagar by-polls. You want the stamp of public authority. Shouldn't it start with first correcting your own house?
Yes, I agree with you. But going by the I mean, the statement or the media report of Mr. Vijay Bhaskar, he had said that only 10,000 rupees was taken from his house and there was no cash seizure.
But the documents have been seized. And also another minister whose house around 3.5 crore has been recovered by the income tax department. It's also Tamil Nadu Health Minister's associate from whom these documents have been seized. So there has to be an internal investigation as well. But I'll take your point, Mr. Rajsekharan, on the fact that how we seeing political stunt. Hold on, Mr. Palnisamy, because I want to question you on this. Now, we've all seen the images of Jayalalitha's coffin being used by your faction. Now, this coffin stunt that's been pulled up by your faction, why is it? Why is it that we've stooped so low in Indian politics just for a bypo?
Yeah, I'll answer. Before that, I will just give a small reply to Mr. Rajsekharan. Mr. Edappadi Palnisamy and 6 senior ministers are involved in that. So, on that ground, Mr. Palnisamy, the Chief Minister himself, cannot order for an investigation in this. And the department has enough manpower by the central government. They can deploy and proceed further, and they should take all these ministers, including Mr. Dinagaran, should be arrested on that. And coming to the dummy used
See, I'll tell you,
for this campaign,
is your good
we
friend,
have already.
close friend. Edappadi Palnisamy is a close friend. Bear that in mind before making allegations against him.
I was the member of parliament. I was the member of parliament in my parliamentary constituency. Mr. Edappadi MLA constituency is one of the constituent in my MP constituency where he was an MLA associated with me. But now the allegation is not that. The allegation is that he also involved in the money distribution. That needs to be investigated. Number two, as far as the dummy used for this election is without the top leadership knowledge, some lower cadre out of interest or out of curiosity mistakenly have done that. We have said it is wrong. The moment that comes to the knowledge of Mr. O. Pannirselvam, immediately
why did Maffai Pandirajan apologize? Why did Maffai Pandirajan apologize? He took the onus on him. He said, I am responsible.
Let me complete, Mr. Rajsekharan. Let me complete. Please allow me to complete, Mr. Rajsekharan. The moment this comes to the knowledge of Mr. O. Pannirselvam, immediately he directed to Mr. Maffai Pandirajan and others to remove that, and which has been done. And internally, the people, the lower level cadre who are all involved in that has been warned about it.
Okay.
And in the media, I have said that is wrong.
Okay.
And even Mr. Munusamy, KP Munusamy has also recorded in the media that it is wrong.
So apology for the vote bank stunt that we saw from the Pannirselvam faction. KC Palnisamy, thanks for joining us. I'm afraid I'm completely out of time. Mr. Rajsekharan, hopefully we'll also see that the EPS faction will take stringent action as there is a suspicion mounting against the Tamil Nadu Health Minister and the other ministers for this bribe for vote ring. With that, we have to end this edition. Thank you so much for joining us. But Tamil Nadu politics, RK Nagar bypolls about cash, coffin and also clashes between various factions. It has not gone lower than this ever in the state. We'll be waiting and watching and following the story very, very closely. Thanks for joining us.